And we are rolling. I am now sitting down with Stanislav Saling from the United Nations Development Program.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you.
So I guess first, where are you from?
I am from Slovakia and I work at the United Nations Development Program.
So, to the uninitiated, what is the United Nations Development Program, otherwise known as, in this building, as the UNDP?
United Nations Development Program is a UN agency specialized in poverty reduction. Our mission, our mandate is to help governments eradicate poverty in their countries. We're on the ground in 166 countries and we're the scorekeeper of the Millennium Development Goals and the advancement towards achieving them in 2015.
And so off camera, you were just telling me that tomorrow, so we're recording this on Thursday, June 4th. Tomorrow, June 5th, is World Environment Day. And you were telling me that the UNDP is playing a major role in tomorrow's celebrations.
Yes, UNDP is a major international organization in the fight against climate change. And there are many links between poverty and climate change. Countries around the world have achieved a lot of success in eradicating poverty in the last couple of years. Now, climate change is a threat of reversing the progress that the world has made towards achieving the Millennium Development Goals. We have the effects of climate change include that there will be shortages of water, there will be shortages of food, coastal areas might be affected by rising sea levels, killer diseases from warm areas will be spreading to new territories, and other effects of climate change will impact countries that have managed to eradicate or reduce the poverty levels in their countries. So therefore it's very important to link the work on climate change and the work on eradicating poverty.
And so how specifically is that linked? I mean, can you give us any examples of ways in which, say, UNDP is working to sort of fight that, to fight the link and to sort of change that, the dynamic that you seem to describe as one in which climate change is an accelerant of poverty in many places and a hindrance to development. I guess in what ways is UNDP working to reverse that?
Yes. I can give you a few examples. For instance, in Indonesia, on the island of Bali, fishermen have been using for the past 20 years a method of catching fish by using poison. They would release poison in the water. This poison would stun the fish that they're catching, and they would just pick the fish from the water and have, and this is the way they were maintaining their livelihood. However, after 15-20 years of using this method, the fish has been depleted. The coral reef has been badly affected by the poison, and slowly they started to lose the source of their livelihood. With the UNDP support and other partners of UNDP, we have worked with the local community on a new method of fishing using nets that doesn't cause any side effect on the coral reef. And in a matter of a few years, we have revived the coral. The stocks of fish have increased, and the fishermen have not only had secured their livelihood, we have also helped them set up a trading company that has allowed them to export the fish to markets in Europe, Asia, and other parts of the world. So with our help, they have achieved business success, they have revived the coral reef, And this project has been since replicated in other parts of the island and is a model of successful solution to an environmental problem that's closely linked to economic development. On a larger scale, the aim of UNDP is in the long term to help countries transform from the traditional economies into the greener economies of the future. That is by enabling countries and governments to make informed long-term decisions that will transform the current economy into the green economy of the future.
Excellent. That was a really interesting example. Are there any others you can think of that seemed to me at least to encapsulate a lot of what you were talking about earlier? Are there any other?
There are other examples. They're available on our website on www.undp.org.
Good plug. Yes.
But if I may, I would give another example from a different part of the world, from Europe, where UNDP and the government of Croatia have together looked at how the country can reduce its carbon footprint as a whole. From the analysis of the carbon emissions in Croatia, it became clear that most of the carbon emissions are produced by the housing, by the buildings. 41% of all energy is consumed by buildings. The government, as well as UNDP, set out to start a program of systematic reduction of emissions in the country in this most energy-intensive sector. We, together with the government and its agencies, are surveying 10,000 government buildings for what is the most effective way in a particular building to reduce the carbon emissions. The government is now in a phase where the buildings are being retrofitted, where new heating systems are being installed, where new boiler systems are being installed, where possible the buildings, including schools, offices, hospitals, etc., are switching from traditional sources of energy to renewable, greener sources of energy. By this, the country will significantly reduce its carbon footprint, and the government will save up to $1.3 billion, which it can invest into other areas such as better education, better healthcare, economic development, etc.
Thank you. Two good examples, good explanation of the UN Development Program. Thanks so much.
My pleasure. Thank you.